All right, so this is really the last of the videos for this help box. And really, this is just looking at h, which is kind of changing the input into a function. And really, all this is understanding really what a function does, or you could even say it's making use of structure. So if I really view it as like what a function does, I know that the function g, really based on this up here, the function g will take something and it will cube it, right? Because this is what the function is doing, and then it will subtract 1 from what I get. So if I were to put in 2, I would get 2 cubed minus 1, right? 2 cubed, and then it would subtract 1. If I were to put in 4, it would take 4, and it would cube it, and then subtract 1. If I were to take in a, so I get like generic, maybe not x anymore, it would take a, it would cube it, and it would subtract 1. And interestingly, we would call that g of a, right? Because a is the input into the function g. So what did it do? Well, it cubed a and subtracts 1. Okay, so if I view it this way, then ultimately I know that if I take 2x and I put it in, what's going to happen is it's going to take the 2x that I had, that entire thing, because that's the input. It's going to cube it and then subtract 1. And this would be g of 2x. And then I could ultimately simplify this too, because I know 2x cubed is really going to make, it's 2x times 2x times 2x. So I'll have 8x cubed, and then I'm going to have subtract 1. And this is my g of 2x. Now this is one way of kind of viewing this question, of really thinking about what the function's doing, and then you just take whatever input you had and you just do it to that input. Another way that we could view this question is really just to make use of structure. Okay, so what I notice is that this is the input, and so whatever is there, I'm just taking and putting there. So hence, if it was g of 4, like I had done before, well, since that's a 4, I'm going to take a 4 here, and I'm just going to cube it in minus 1. So this is kind of making use of structure. We can really just kind of substitute in whatever x was, and it'll then, we'll substitute in everywhere. And so again, if I'm really looking at g of 2x here, well, this whole thing is really what's in the place of what x originally had been. So this whole thing is going to be in place of what x originally had been, and we can see it there. So we can really think about what the function's doing, or we can just make use of structure. And these are two ways that we could move through this type of question. And again, this is a very procedural laden question. This is not something that's super deep in nature, at least at this point in time, the way that I'm kind of showing it. So hope that helps.